Welcome to another A. Marie update. Still working on episode 2, but we have a lot to go over. So, A. Marie, what has she been up to? Well, lying, a lot of lying. She is baiting self-harm yet again. She is lashing out at absolutely everyone when the only two people doing anything are Amber and Sage. Alright, let's just start off with everything she's lying about. So, first off, no. No, you were never sexually assaulted, and this lie in particular really gets under my skin. I mean, you can't keep this story straight to save your life. Sometimes this Uber driver dropped you off at a Wells Fargo. Sometimes he dropped you off at his apartments. Sometimes he had a gun. And you say the police did nothing and would not help you. It's an Uber driver. I mean, they would know exactly who he is. But you know what the biggest thing is? You know why I know so easily that you are lying about it? Because victims of this type of thing don't threaten to do it to other people. But no, you just thrive on attention, so you're going to say anything. It doesn't matter what it is. If you think it's going to earn you some sympathy points, you'll lie about everything. And this is one of the most annoying things that you do. You try to draw people in to feel bad for you for the sole purpose of leeching money off of them. It's honestly disgusting. Get a job already. Which goes into our next thing. She's still on this about being disabled. And sometimes she can get up and limp around. No, you can just watch the videos that she's posted. She walks around fine. But again, it's easier to scam. It's easier to grift if you can pretend you're disabled. Like the other day when she posted a GoFundMe link because she didn't have any food. When she absolutely did. She posted a cleaning vlog. So she just emptied out her refrigerator, took a picture of the empty fridge, and then posted it to say she needed help. No, she's so money hungry, but she's not going to do anything to actually earn any money. She just wants people to give it to her. She still wants you to believe that she cut off Devin when she learned he was dating a minor. No, okay, you were talking to Devin last year, talking about moving in with him and murdering people. So stop. I don't know how you're still lying about this. It's honestly almost impressive how you just can't take any accountability or tell the truth about anything. She's still claiming that she's the victim when in reality, the only two people really doing anything here is Amber and Sage. Now, when it comes to those two, it's pot and kettle. I mean, neither of them are right, so whatever, just let them go at it. However, Kégan and Jen are doing absolutely nothing. They've watched and reacted to some of my videos, but that's quite literally it. They aren't posting anything about you or making any sort of allegations. But once I thought about it a little bit more, I think this ties into why she's calling me an AI. I don't think that she honestly believes that. It's because she needs that to be true. She needs me to be Kégan or Jen because her narrative hinges upon it. Because they're not doing anything, it's a lot harder for her to continue claiming that she's a victim for people who are just completely ignoring her. But regardless, how can you sit there and claim that you're the victim when you're actively doxing everyone all the time? Sorry, that's not what victims do. You don't get to do that and continue saying that you're the one who is being attacked. And I really don't understand how she's twisted it in her mind to think that, yeah, I can do that, but it's their fault that I'm doing it. I mean, come on, she fully doxed Tony and zoomed in on his house. Like, what are we doing here? Her entire tactic to respond to something she doesn't like is to attempt to just fearmonger. She thinks that if she can just scare someone enough, they're going to leave her alone and just let her say whatever she wants. And it's genuinely impressive that her only goalpost for anything is just for people to accept whatever it is that she's saying, no questions asked, when she's such an unreliable narrator. She has been having a few back and forths with Tony. However, Tony didn't initiate these. He had taken a little break from the internet and came back to find that she's stamping him with the big P and making all sorts of other allegations against him. So, when he comes in and sees that, I think he's pretty well justified in making a few responses to that. And she's still talking about Tony on such a high level. Like, so much frequency. So, I have a theory that Amber is in love with Tony. I unironically believe that the only reason she's still talking about him like this is because she's in love with the man. That is quite literally the only thing that makes sense to me. Because in my opinion, she was seeking some kind of closure or expected some sort of chase from Tony that she never got. And still, after all of these years, it just continues manifesting as anger. Now, if you were to look into Tony, you're not going to find anything crazy. However, he is a man who will speak his mind. There's no filter on him. So just because I run defense for Tony, don't think that I agree with everything he says or how he says it. That said, I do like Tony. I haven't talked to him too much, but I do like him. While I do not and never have misgendered Amber, the same cannot be said for Tony. Something about me, I'm a very much I will not be offended on someone's behalf type of guy. I'm not trans. I don't really have people close to me that are trans. And that's not by design or anything. So I just wanted to leave that disclaimer. Form your own opinion on it if you want. Honestly, with everything I say, form your own opinion. Sage has now graduated from privacy striking Amber's videos to copyright striking them. I still do not support this in any way, and I still have no affiliation with Sage. Just want to get that out there. I am completely divorced from anything going on between Amber and Sage. Same goes for Kégan, Jen, Tony, your mother, Pee Wee Herman, literally everyone else. It is just those two doing whatever it is they're doing. Amber is still keeping up with her daily vlogs. These have largely devolved from the day in the life content to just more story time content. Unfortunately, the book she's reading is fiction. So if you decide to peruse any of her offerings, all I'm going to say is if she is not showing proof, you can bet that it did not happen, or she has twisted the facts of it to just pick out the bits that suit her. I don't even know why I'm giving that disclaimer, though. I doubt anyone is actually watching these. I wanted to bring up this post by Sage just briefly, just to preface, I don't want problems with Sage. I don't want to start causing drama for no reason. That being said, since I am being referenced in the post, I feel as though I have a right to show and speak on it. And let me tell you, sports fans, this one got under my skin just a little bit, because she's Wahlberging here. And if you don't know what I'm referencing to there, Mark Wahlberg had committed a hate crime back in the day. Then he went to court to get it expunged after he gained notoriety, and he told the judge that he had forgiven himself, and the judge went for it and expunged the charge. That's very much what it feels like Sage is doing here. I guess really all I have to say on it is you don't get to dictate how other people feel about the things that you've done. And this is not taking accountability. All that has ever been is just a confession underscored by an excuse. So continue doing whatever it is you feel like you need to do. All I'm going to say is that you can't have any credibility and you are going to lose any support that you might have if you continue punching below the belt. Sage does have so many legitimate grievances in regards to the entire Amber situation. However, she employs the exact same tactics that Amber does. So I couldn't in good faith condemn Amber for doing something and condone Sage doing it. No, you're both wrong. I fully condemn both of their actions. Other than that, Amber has been hinting at some merch drops, and I don't even need to trump this up or make it funnier. These are just the worst shirt designs I have ever seen in my entire life. Also, why would you buy this from her? You can clearly just go to this same exact site she's using and just order it yourself. I don't. Oh, classic Amber with another business. Brand new here. Apparently, Amber is going to file another police report on Tony because he violated a restraining and no contact order. So, just so you know how these things work, that is a two-way communication. So, if you have a restraining order against someone or a no contact order, you can't speak to them either. Amber posts about Tony every other day or several times in a day. So, again, like, why do we want to destroy Tony so badly? What are we doing to Tony? You leave Tony alone. Oh, Amber. You can still win him back. You'll win him back one day. And why would you use AI to generate a picture of Tony spooning with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? This is just so bizarre. Now, if you go over to Tony's channel, link down in the description, he has a lot of really good information because he was so close to Amber for such a long time. I want to keep my spoon out of his chili, so go watch his content if you want to know more about their whole situation. I would like to cover some of it, but I need to talk to Tony more first. My big thing with any of this information gathered is that I try to be a trustworthy and respectful custodian of anything that people are willing to share with or confide in me. I have not had any such conversation with Tony where he gave his consent for me to share anything, so go over to his channel, let him tell you. However, notice how Amber is not sharing any proof of anything that she's saying. When she starts spam posting like this, it's because she feels backed into a corner, and she has an extremely consistent methodology of confronting criticism. If she feels that she has the upper hand, she posts about it consistently and makes more and more threats about things that she's going to do to ruin people. When all that fails, she falls back onto the back foot and says, I'm a victim, they won't leave me alone. Then she'll sit back for a couple of days, and then when she's feeling confident again, she goes right back to attacking. The saddest part about it is how much she projects. Every accusation from Amber is a confession. See, like right here, you're saying Tony loves you. I think you love Tony, Amber. Amber, do you love Tony? Also, brand new shirt design. I mean, come on, what year is it? Seriously? You mad, bro? 2012 again, I guess. I'm sure that there's more that I've missed here, because she has just been going and going over the past week. So last thing I'm going to bring up here is this post that she made. And I want to pay special attention to this paragraph. Look, the rules aren't enforced selectively. You are the biggest offender of this out of anyone. So I don't want to hear anything about privacy rules when you continue doxing everybody. And legitimately, why are you doxing people? What is that doing? Again, it's to scare them. That's all you want to do, is just scare people. Anyway, part 2 of the Life, Luxury, and Delusion series is still on the way. Unfortunately, I started a new campaign on Warhammer 3 and have been doing that too much and not enough making the video. So I'm sorry. I'm human and I'm fallible. Anyway, you all take care. Hope to see you again soon.